So this one is going to be, we're going to be talking about the victim blaming tactic sentence. She must love being abused. Now, you can take this and use it on any gender. I'm just going to talk about this because this is the experience that I had when I was talking to someone, and there was someone who was going back to her abuser, and the other person witnessed it happening in the car. And they're like, oh, but she goes back into the car every day. And so they said, she must like to be abused. Flat out, they said that. And I was so furious. And I was like, no, she doesn't. So if you hear about people who go back to their abuser, it's not because they like it. That's not what's happening. The reality is this woman was probably groomed from this since childhood. Okay, so it feels familiar to her. She's also clearly in a compromised position because this was at the time when we were homeless. So she was a part of that. And so she's in a compromised position. She has a child. She's trying to figure out what the fuck to do. And quite frankly, she's not experiencing support. No one wants to go back to their abuser. It's not a want. It just shows that there's not enough support for them. And that includes in society, because we're not unearthing the predators. We're not unearthing the wife beaters, the girlfriend beaters, the boyfriend beaters, whatever your gender is, regardless of your sexual background too. Like, this can happen to you. And so a lot of people don't, we just don't have these conversations. And so a lot of this just gets put under the rug, and people are just left with no fucking support whatsoever. And so to judge someone who's returning to their abuser, it's not because they want to, they just don't see another way. And for all of the people who think they just know so much better and that could never happen to them, I hope it doesn't. I really hope it doesn't happen to you. But it's not, it's just, there are a lot of abusers in this world, and we live in a world still that supports them. So unfortunately, it's pretty fucking rampant. So no, no woman wants to be abused. Nobody goes back. Nobody of any gender goes back because they want it. One, they are most likely groomed since childhood. They've been groomed socially, especially if you're talking about um, Black and people of color, because we deal with racism on top of that. So not only do we have a world that really hides domestic violence and really shames women in domestic violence, shames people of all genders in domestic violence, but also, if you're Black, and especially if you're a Black woman, you're going to get even less support and you're less likely to be believed. You are so much less likely to be believed. So on top of that, you have the grooming and gaslighting from white supremacy. So that's a lot. That's a whole fucking lot. So I don't want to hear people talking about, oh, they just love that. No, nobody loves being abused. And Black women don't love being abused at all. It's not a fucking thing. Um, it's that we live in a society that loves to abuse Black women. Don't get it twisted. It's not the other way around. So we live in an abusive society, across the board, but Black women take the brunt of it in a very huge way. And when, minorities take a huge brunt of it because we're less likely to believe, or because the racism that's ingrained in our society dehumanizes us and just doesn't give a shit, bottom line. But yeah, let's normalize no longer saying things like, she loves it, that's why she's returning. Think a little more, take this a couple steps further, and really don't get sucked into this victim blaming mentality, and take some time to recognize if something's coming up for you. If you're getting agitated hearing about someone going back to an abuser, maybe you have unfinished things for yourself. Maybe there's a trigger there that either you've experienced abuse yourself or you've seen others experience abuse, and you're just not processing it, and then it's coming out as an attack and victim blaming. So take some time, be present with actually what's there for you, and stop projecting it onto victims.